It is known that the world fell, and that most people in it died. The dead will not suffer the hardships of the terrible world which remains. Those born into this hell have no remembrance of anything else. Those who survived, those are the truly broken, for they know what was before.
So this is basically a coder's SOS. I realized that I could just make a video explaining exactly what I need help with. Exactly. And you know, I have been trying for a while to figure out the right things and all of this, and I always come into an issue where it is like, oh, you need to know how to use a server, you need to know how to do this, and it just becomes like, okay, the very basic thing that I want to code, let me show you example. Basically, I want to design a game. You open it in a window, it shows up like this. You can minimize, you can maximize. I also want it to be a free game. Right? Then you have your intro to the game. You have your play menus, right?
And I want to make I want to make a thing but these might have the options, right? And then here's the normal things. There's no, I want to have like a mission mode. And then I don't care about developing online games right now. I want to have the mission export the two earlier version of the game, so I wish I had the second thing. Yeah, and I also want to be able to get data from the first game. So basically I want these games to be quickly real quick. I want the game to export data to the second game. I want you to be able to input from the second game. So basically just be a vicious cycle.
Straight something else. Well, not really demonstrate, I will explain. Okay, so I have the time, and well, I don't exactly have the time, but I do have the motivation, I have the setup, I have the ability to sit down and draw characters, right? I could do this all day, to be honest with you. Well, not all day, most of the day. Right? So I am explaining what I need help with. Let's say you have a character like this. I want to learn how to animate this character for the games. Right? Let's say that this is a jump animation. Let's say this is jump animation, right? And let's say that this is an energy ball that shows up whenever you jump. I need to figure out how to take this image here, right? So I need to figure out how to take this image here and then where is my file? Oh, right here. Right, so I want to learn how to take this image here and then know how to turn it into code to actually make this animation work. I have spent a lot of time looking for information on how to. Wait, is this going to be okay? Yes. Looking for information of how to. I've been looking for information of how to actually develop games, and let me show you what happens when I search. You know, I look for things like how. Oh my god. How to animate HTML game character, right? I look up simple thing like this, and then I get like JavaScript, and I understand JavaScript, right, a little bit. But then when I watch these videos, like they have the animation they make, right?
Awesome set of images with a Jack sprite animation. The application is, as you can see,
and I haven't done this recently, so this might be a better video. But these people are usually going into things like Unity.
The idle animation, the jump animation, run, and slide.
And
orange color
my computer can't run Unity
and
very
then we're
well.
going to set to the overflow, so we don't have scroll bars. We're going to set that to hidden, and this is particularly useful
but
as
these
I have
people
browser
don't
on
always
export.
make it
We're
like.
just also going to add the type as module, and we'll close that.
Okay, I can understand these things.
Now, to run this application, you can use live server from your command prompt.
You hear what he just said? A live server, right? That is the point where I can't follow anymore. I don't know how to do all this server stuff in like. Let's see.
If you've installed it, you can just type in live server like so. If you haven't installed it, but you're also using an extension that I really like to use called live server, which is great. So there's a live server extension that I've installed, and using the live server, what all I have to do is go here, right-click on index.html and say open with live server. Then we have our background over here. The great thing about live server is that we have a feature called hot reloading. So that means any change in our HTML over here when we click save will cause our browser to refresh with.
Okay, so when it comes to this point of this server stuff, the problems I have is one, I don't understand this, and two, it doesn't work whenever I try it. Like, I don't know, is Notepad not able to get live server access or something, or it's like, do I have to pay for something? Because I can't pay for anything. But I don't understand certain things, so it just brings me to a stump in the road where I can't do something and I don't understand something, and I'm trying to design a very simple game. Like, I just want to make a game where I will go to explanation again. I just want to make a game where I can run and jump, right? Right, I want a game where I have simple 3-hit combo. Right? Simple 3-hit combo. Simple 3-hit combo. Like, this is not the quality that I would make it in. But this is just to show, like, yes, I understand. Right? It's like, I would want to make something like this, right? Simple 3-hit combo, right? And then I would want to have another button that you press. Let's say it's Y for the case, for this situation. So you press Y, And then in between your 3-hit combos, hold on. So you press Y, right? And then in between your 3-hit combos, if you press Y, you can like do an uppercut, right? You can do an uppercut. And then this uppercut, it goes in any location where you press Y input. So at any point in your combo, you can do an uppercut. You can do one here. Right? And then I will explain more. I want to have characters that can be juggled. So what I would want to do is make like one template of juggle animation. Maybe just use like a fall animation. And then have it run backwards for when you're getting juggled. Right, for like when you fall and you hit the ground. Right, so like this would be the juggling animation, and I would want you to be able to be juggled off of objects. So let's say this is a box right here. And then your character flies into the box. And then they bounce up. Anytime they hit a wall, anytime they hit a box, anytime they hit the ground. Well, certain animations, a certain attack would make you hit the ground. So you either bounce in this direction or do you bounce back? And it all depends on how hard you are hit. So like a charged attack would bounce you and you will hit another direction. A normal attack will hit you and you bounce back. So this will be if you get hit with a charge attack. And then this will be normal attack. And then there are things that I would want to design where the character can transform if you press a certain button. Right. So you transform. And then I would want things like let me think this through. Hold on. Oh, I would want a skill tree. So I would want a skill tree where you have one ability, right? And you can keep ranking up your ability to get more moves added to your ability. Right? And then when it gets to the max, all you get is extra stats by 1. You get +1 damage, and then once this maxes out, you get attack speed. And then once that maxes out, it goes back to giving you damage. And then once this maxes out, it only gives you damage once you transform. Right, so only after you get to a certain level of damage, you only get more damage when you transform. So the idea is that your character will be able to transform many times. So your transformed character you remembered what I just drew earlier. Your transformed character can transform even more these are like wings. Right? And then it can transform even more until you have like wings and armor. Right? So at least 4 transformations on your character. And everything has a max out. So like let's say that these they max out at 100. These they max out at 400. These they max out at 1000. And in this one it maxed out at like 1 million. Right? So basically I want to learn how to code all of the numbers. So basically I want, let's say you start off, no, like literally you start off doing 1 damage. Then every level you get +1 damage, but your +1 damage is only for, hold on. Your +1 damage is only for this one. And then you start getting +2 damage for this one. And then you start getting +3 damage for this one. And you get +4 damage for this one. So it'll be +1. It'll be +1. Hold on, where's +1, +2, +3, +4. Right, and now I'm going to explain another layer to this game. So every time you max out a character, this is what will happen. Now your level 1 character, it goes up to +2. And then your other one goes up to +4. Hold on, wait. Oh, it goes up to +3. Then your other one goes up to +4. +5. And boom, every max level goes up by 1 increase. And I want there to be ways to make this go up quicker. So basically there will be like an item you can buy. You can buy this item for, let's say, $5 equals 4, right? And then you can choose which one of these you want. Right? So actually it would be more like 3, but the whole idea is that, hold on. The whole idea is that you will have different races of characters, and eventually people will be able to take planets in the game and then blow up planets, right? And then everyone who dies on the planet, all of their experience, right? All their experience collectively becomes something that you can claim if you blow up a planet again. And then the other players can fight you for this power. Right? So if you've blown up a planet, there will be like a mission to kill you. But it has to be when you are trying to blow up a planet. And everyone will have like 10 minutes to try and blow up the planet, or try and stop you from blowing up the planet. And the thing is that only players who have reached like 2 million or people who have gotten to a certain mission will be able to do this little selection of stuff. Now, this is a lot of different layers to the game, right? So as you can see, it is a lot of things that I am trying to learn how to code, right? It is a lot of things that I'm trying to learn how to code. But right now, I want to just try and learn the very first thing I talked about. And that is how to make these characters walk around and do their fighting attacks and make power blasts, things like that. Right? Like, this is what I want to learn how to code. And I will show you, I know how to make pictures. So You see, so I know how to make pictures, right? And I know how to make animations and all these different things. So for that side of what I want to do, I know how to do those types of things, right? It is just the coding and the actual design of the game. I don't know how to do those things, and I would love if someone saw this video and helped me with just this stuff right here. Right, if I wanted to make specifically these stick characters into game characters tomorrow, how could I do that? Right, it's like, how could I do that in HTML? How could I make these stick characters, specifically these pictures right here, literally? How could I make these this stick character specifically? Like, how could I make it into a character? Using HTML. And I understand that there's all these different things like server and all this stuff. But I just want to make characters that I can play around with and continue to develop. I don't really care about having all these, access to putting it on the website and all these things. I don't care about that right now. Just to simply make the code, right? Like, this is code that I copy and pasted, right? And this information here, it doesn't really help me understand how I would make the actual characters. It's like this is like how you would make button inputs, and I understand how to make button inputs. But I don't know how to get stuff into, like, getting my pictures and things into code and all of that stuff. Like, it is just difficult. I will title this video SOS, and basically I just need some help. What is it saying? It says horny jail. Okay, so let's we having technical difficulties, everybody. Subscribe to Russian Gaming. Oh, okay. Wait, where did it go? Like this video. Alright. Share this video. Comment below.